students, I am Nilanjana Sanyal. Welcome to my channel Linus Online Math Classes. Our today's topic is factorizing quadratic polynomials by the Middleton splitting method. Now, when I was explaining how to solve quadratic inequalities using different methods, I was always asking you to factorize the given quadratic inequality expression, the quadratic expression rather, using the Middleton splitting method. But then I realized that there may be students who may have some confusion with this method or may have forgotten this method. So I have planned to make two video sessions on this method, the Middleton splitting method. One will be for the normal numbers and the other will be for large numbers. In our next session, we will be knowing how to apply the Middleton splitting method to factorize quadratic polynomials which have large numbers as the coefficient or the product becomes a large number. But those are for the next session. For this session, we will be having the normal numbers. And I would definitely be asking you to watch both the session videos to understand the difference between the two methods. And you will be knowing why this method is not appropriate for dealing with large numbers. Okay? So without any further delay, let us start with our today's session. First of all, we will be looking at the quadratic expression or quadratic polynomial that has been given to us for factorization. It is factorized 2x squared plus x minus 15. Now we come to the rules. Rule number 1 says multiply the coefficient of x squared and the constant term along with their signs to get a product. The coefficient of x squared is 2 and the constant term is negative 15. We have to take the signs. And I have seen many books having two separate methods under this Middleton splitting method heading. One which is having the coefficient of x squared as 1 and the other has some other number not equal to 1 as the coefficient of x squared. But the method is the same for both the cases, because if you multiply 1 with the constant term, the product will be the constant term. For in those books, they say when the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1, you just take the constant term. And when the coefficient of x squared is not equal to 1, you multiply the coefficient with the product. It's not that the methods are different. When the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1, if you multiply that 1 with the constant term, the product will be the constant term. So that is why multiplication is with 1 is just whatever number you are multiplying, the product will be that number. So, but the method is not different. It is 1 times negative 15 will be giving us negative 15. Now it is not equal to 1, so we are doing 2 times negative 15. So whatever is the coefficient of x squared, according to me, these two are not two separate methods. They are the same method. Always you multiply the coefficient of x squared to the constant term to get the product along with the signs. So the product will be equal to 2 times negative 15, which is equal to negative 30. Now coming to rule number 2. Try to get a pair of numbers such that their product becomes equal to our obtained product with a sign that is negative 30. We cannot have the two numbers multiplied together giving us a product of positive 30. We have to get a product of negative 30. And when those two numbers added or subtracted should be giving us the coefficient of the middle term of the expression given along with its sign. The coefficient of this middle term, this is the middle term of the expression that has been given to us, and it is plus x or plus 1x. So the coefficient of the middle term is plus 1. Okay, so the two numbers when multiplied together should be giving us negative 30, and when added or subtracted should be giving us positive 1. Okay, and always you have to search for the that pair of numbers. So always start with 1 as one of the numbers. And why I am saying this, let us first of all complete this whole process and then we will be coming to this. This is an example of another quadratic expression that I have given, x squared plus 5x minus 6, and for this you have to start with 1, otherwise you will not be able to factorize this quadratic polynomial. Okay, but you will be understanding the reason of why I am asking you to start with 1 after we go through the entire process. Okay, so now we have to start for searching of the numbers and ignore the negative sign of 30 for now. This is important. Just for now, to get the pair of numbers, we are just taking positive 30 and not negative 30. Okay. After we get the correct pair, of course, the multiplication should be giving us negative 30, not positive 30. Okay. And we start with 1. 1 is a factor of 30, so we can start with 1. 1 is in fact a factor of every number, so we can start with 1 every time. And 1 times 30 is equal to 30. So we have taken this pair of numbers 1 and 30. And next we will be attaching the minus sign with any of these two numbers, or we will be attaching the minus sign to both the numbers, and we will be trying to add the numbers or subtract the numbers to get a plus 1. If we take minus 1 and plus 30 and we add them, we get plus 29, not plus 1. But minus 1 times 30 is minus 30. The product is minus 30, but the addition is not giving us a plus 1. Instead of taking minus 1 and 30, we can take 1 and negative 30. The product is negative 30, but 1 and negative 30 added together will be giving us negative 29 and not plus 1. If we take negative 1 and negative 30, it will be negative 31. So whatever you do, you will never be able to get a plus 1. So this is not our required pair. Next, after 1 comes 2, and 2 is a factor of 30, so we can start with 2. It is 2 times 15 is 30. But again, if you try 15 plus 2 is 17. 15 minus 2 is 30. 13. 2 minus 15 is negative 13. Minus 2 minus 15 is negative 17. So whatever you do not come up with this plus 1. So this is also not our required pair. Next number after 2 comes 3, and 3 is a factor of 30. So the pair is 3 times 10, because we have to get the product as 30. So it is 3 and 10. Again, we will be seeing that we will not be getting a plus 1. Whatever sign we attach, we can attach only the negative sign to any of these numbers or to both the numbers and add, we will never be getting a plus 1. So this is also rejected. Next, 4 is not a factor of 30, so we do not take 4. Next number should be 5. 5 times 6 is 30. And this time we see that if we attach a minus sign to this 5, 6 minus 5 is a plus 1. So this is our desired pair. This is our desired pair. 6 times minus 5 is minus 30, and 6 minus 5 is plus 1. Okay? So the two numbers are 6 and minus 5. Coming to rule number 3, write the middle term as two terms. So 2x squared plus x minus 15, this is the middle term. We will be writing this single term as two terms. So it is 2x squared plus, these are the coefficients, so it will be plus 6x minus 5x and minus 15. Rule number 4, group the left two and the right two terms and factorize the expression. The left two terms and the right two terms, and from the left two terms the common factor is 2x, and within the parenthesis we have x from the first term and plus 3 from the second term. And from the right group, the minus 5 is the common term, common factor rather, and x is coming within the parenthesis from this third term, and we have plus 3 from the fourth term. And this is important. The expression within the two parentheses should be the same. Okay. So x plus 3 is the common term between common factor between these two terms, and we get 2x from the first part and minus 5 from the second part. So it is x plus 3 times 2x minus 5. This is the completely factorized form of this given quadratic expression or quadratic polynomial, 2x squared plus x minus 15. Okay. Now coming to this part, x squared plus 5x minus 6. And you will be seeing, of course, the product will be the coefficient of x squared in this case is 1. So it is 1 times negative 6. The product will be negative 6. And we will be ignoring this negative sign. And we will be taking 6 and we will be starting to search the pair. And the very first pair will be 1 times 6. And 6 minus 1 is plus 5. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6, and 6 minus 1 is positive 5. So if you don't start with this number 1, you see the 6 and automatically you start with 2 times 3. You will never be able to factorize this expression. You may have a quadratic expression given which should be needing the number 1. So that is why I have seen many students just ignoring this one thing and starting with 6. So automatically the first pair that you will be writing is 2 times 3. And you're gone. You will never be coming to the correct factorized form until and unless you write 6 times 1. If you write 6 times 1, then it's fine. But if you are new, after doing 2 times 3, then you don't know, you don't go up to 6. You just leave and you just decide that you cannot factorize. Okay, you stop over there. So that is why I have asked you to always start with 1. Okay. And in case you have any doubt, any question, please feel free to write to me on the comment area, and I will be trying my best to answer those or clear your doubts. Okay. So students, this brings us to the end of this session. Please like, share and subscribe if you find this video helpful. Thank you for watching this video till the end. We meet again very soon. Till then, bye.